I just reflect. I feel like one of those Twilight guys. I'm just all super pale. All right, hey guys, thanks for talking to me. I got a bunch of good shots, and first thing I want to know is JoJo, Space Dandy. Why did you both pick these? I mean, and you both nailed them. You both seriously nailed them. So first off, we'll go JoJo.
Why Jotaro? I mean, he's probably the strongest JoJo. He's super badass. Just an all-around cool guy. Really love his character. Love the series. The whole JoJo series is amazing.
As for Space Dandy, for those of you who know Space Dandy, he's a dandy guy in space. I love this character, so I had to do it.
All right, so what got you into cosplay? Like, you go cosplay. The first thing I would think of are the usual like suspects, SAO, the 10,000 Deadpools, but JoJo and Space Dandy. Like, what made you like go cosplay and then go for the outside of the box characters? Start with you.
Well, I started cosplaying maybe 6 years ago, and it was something so random and obscure, and I kind of just wanted to keep that going. I remember doing Dominic Santiago from Gears of War, Mugen from Samurai Champloo, just really guys that people really wouldn't do, because when you see the look on somebody's face, seeing one of their favorite characters come to life, and they're like, whoa, never would have thought to see Mugen or JoJo, it gives you a really special feeling, seeing somebody's reaction, or it just feels really cool. I like it.
As for me, I'm newer to cosplaying than him. Last year I started, that's when I made this, and he's actually the one who got me into cosplaying. And now it's very fun to do. You know, and you come across all these other people here that all just want to come here, have fun, and show their costumes to each other. It's really cool.
Now, 2 points you brought up. One, in almost all the groups that I find, there's always one person who's like the ringleader who brings everyone in. So have you done this with other friends before? Have you brought more people into the community?
Yeah. No, I've been doing this for a while. I have spread the good news of cosplay and these awesome conventions to people. I love the scene so much. I love the community. I just want to share it with as many people as possible. You meet great people, new friends. Everybody should know about this world.
Sweet. So as far as the community goes, what sort of places? You just started last year, so I'm not sure how many events you've been to, but do you travel around? Do you go and like, do you see as like cosplay something you plan your year around for you?
Well, yeah, I actually started planning my cosplays right from the beginning of the year, and I go to Florida for a couple of conventions, and I'm planning on going to Boston and Connecticut for a few others. Yeah.
So why here now instead of like PAX East or like, or what's drew you to Castle Point Anime?
Well, I enjoy the smaller communities as far as, you know, Castle Point and Anime Next, because you get a special feel when it comes to the people that are surrounding you. It's not so much derived against the merchandise and the advertisements, but I do enjoy the larger ones, and also the larger ones are a little further, and certain circumstances can lead to just not going to them.
All right, so what about you? What do you like about Castle Point, and what has been your impressions of like the community for the past year?
Castle Point. Well, I was here last year too, and it's just like what I was saying before. You know, there's a lot of cool people here, just nice people that all like to, you know, get together. Also, we've come across like people that, you know, we actually know. Like I met a friend of mine that I've played games with here in real life here. So, you know, it's cool. It brings people together. That's what I like.
All right, so as far as the community, and you said this before, and I know before camera I seem a little cranky, but like one of the things I've noticed with like cosplay and the community is it just seems to be something that it's rare I see someone by themselves coming to these sorts of things. For me, I've always just noticed the groups coming in, or people, if they do come alone, they're going for that sort of group. Can you tell me, like, how does it feel being into something so inclusive?
You know, it's something really amazing. You look at this world today, and there's just a lot of issues with the world and people, and there's not a lot of acceptance and tolerance. You see progression, but really, we're always going to have that problem in this world. And when you have these small specks of glimmers of hope in these small communities. It's something really special that even some of us get to capture once a year, twice a year, it doesn't matter. If you can capture a little glimpse of that once in your lifetime, it really makes it worthwhile.
How are you feeling about? What's the big vibe here going for you?
Yeah, I think acceptance is a very big thing. No one cares what you look like, really, when it comes to what your costume is. You can be fat and be a character that is not. You can be a skinny guy and cosplay as a very muscular character. It doesn't matter, because fact is you love this character and everyone knows that, and they just want to see what you do to be that character.
That's just beautiful, because I've checked out a few panels before at some other places where it's sort of acceptance for like diversity. Like I can be black, I could be Spanish, I could be Asian, and I can have the wrong skin tone for this, but as long as I'm into it, I'm here, and that sort of acceptance that you two are showing that I'm seeing here today, it's weird.
JoJo is Asian, so that's good.
But it's just funny, because a few years ago, I think cosplay, while it sometimes was accepting the smaller communities, in the mainstream, as someone who was off color or not quite the character, they would just get hated on the internet and whatnot. But slowly, I'm seeing that change, like what you're saying, what I'm seeing here. It's really nice to know that like the attitudes have changed for the better. Now, the question everyone asks, I know this is cliche, but if you could do a cosplay, the most complicated thing, the coolest character in the world, and you had like the big wigs help you make the best costume, what would it be?
Boy. Well, I'm attempting this right now, hopefully for the New York Comic-Con, but I do and am working on Darius from League of Legends. His armor is very large. There's a lot of little details to it, but I really want to do this fantastically. If I could have anybody help me work on this, it would be Yaya Han, one of my personal cosplay heroes, Ridley. I would just love to work with them on something so astoundingly huge and incredible.
First, what was the question again?
No worries. No, what if, you had the professional help, and what's the craziest, most awesome cosplay you want to do? Your fantasy, money's not an issue, Yaya will come help, whomever will come help. What do you want?
Money is not an issue costume? Oh man, you know when you go to conventions and you see those giant like mech costumes? I would love to do that. That would be the best. Of course, it would cost a lot of money, but if I ever get the chance to do that, I absolutely would.
I think my dream cosplay right now that I'm tinkering around with is going to be a Gundam.
That would be awesome.
Like, it's just trying to make it where it's Gundam but functional. That's where I'm looking. I'm trying to check out. There's the girl Gundam designs you see, so they could kind of make it work and shrink it down. Yeah. But like a straight-on like Wing Zero-ish sort of thing, or Death Scythe, if that could be possible, that would be my little dream. But yeah. Thanks guys. I really appreciate this.